now. Guys, welcome. We have Chris, Zach, and Shep. Delighted to have you here. Everybody's going to love this next hour. So we warned you. Just jump on in. Whatever you'd like to play, we would love to hear.
I'm not sure if we warned them, but we just told them.
I warned them. I raised an eyebrow when I said it.
All right, so we'll start off with this song. It's bright, uplifting song about Mother Earth wiping itself of the human race.
Oh, happy times.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Heavy winds blow far and away to lands unknown, seeking the purest sky to finally lay to rest the lies. Storms massing trees will know when the waters start to rise, falling gracefully the skies. She'll rid this world of life in the presence of love's decline. Crazy ways of the mother will show new face and hearts besides, and darkness leads the fall. With autumn trees and leaves and all, with no regard for the light, beautiful coming night rise. She'll rid this world of light in the presence of love's decline. The crazy ways of the mother will show new face and hearts besides. Sands passing, years leave no trace, with no prints or cells, no proof of our stay. Creatures awake and arise, the dawn brings the world to life. She'll rid this world of light accounts of love's decline. Crazy ways of the mother will show new face and hearts beside. She'll rid this world of light, shifting methodically the winds and the tides. Crazy ways of the mother will show new face and hearts besides.
All right.
Thank you.
Ghost+Bones. Good song, guys, to kick it off with. And who wrote that?
It's this guy here.
Is that? And so it's, do you write all the songs for the group? Or?
No, it's a collaboration, and we've actually got a ghostwriter as well. Yeah.
It seems appropriate.
It seems appropriate.
Yeah. How about
Shep, that's not a nice thing to say about you.
Well, you know. I'll keep quiet a little more.
And so tell us a little bit about the history of the group, how long you've been together.
Ooh, so Chris and I met in 2016, probably?
Yes.
2015, 2016?
2015, yeah.
Yeah. We met at an open mic night in Carborough at a place that used to be called the Second Wind.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Love that
No longer
place.
there. Yeah, no longer there anymore. And our friend Brendan Macy, who you guys probably know,
Yes.
the Sugary String Society.
Yeah. Used to host it.
Yeah, he used to host open mic night there, and Chris and I moved to town about the same time, right around the same time frame, and we both started going to the open mic night right around the same time, and you know, like any other open mic night, we'd get up there and play some either original songs or cover songs, and we started noticing that when the other person would be playing, that we really liked the song choice of you know of
the
their
same
set.
taste in music,
Yeah,
yeah.
same taste in
Similar
music.
sensibilities.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we probably met like 4 different times and didn't remember it.
That was mostly me. Yeah, the story I like to tell about that. Like the third time that I went up to Zach and I said, "Hey man, you and I have same taste in music. That was really good, and yeah, there's some cool originals. And oh, my name is Chris, and I just moved here from the Midwest. And oh, so did you? And and the third time we had that conversation, he smiled at me, and I was like, "Well, what's the matter, man?" He goes, "Man, we've had this conversation 3 times." So after that, we kind of knew it was probably time for us to start collaborating. And I invited him over to my place that week, and after that, that's the rest is history.
Yeah, and then after that, we started playing open mic nights as a duo or duet, I guess. And,
Duo, yeah.
Well,
like
we're
a
going to dive
superheroes.
into the history and find out where Shep entered the picture in a
Yeah.
minute. But how about we have another song
Absolutely.
first?
Do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right. This is a song called "The Rise," and this brings in our ghostwriter a little bit. I wrote the music for this song, and my brother Chris, who lives outside of Jacksonville, Florida, on Amelia Island, he wrote the lyrics for it. One, two, 1, 2, 3.
Steaming through the grounds of light, I made it to the urn, but I sank to the bottom. A blackened bar beneath the lights, 1,000 suns to burn the night I nearly caught 'em. What a sad day. Playfully they eluded me, a tantalizing dance to be alive. Saw myself drowning in calamity, all tangled up in tragedy. So high, I fly, fly high. breezes blew a luxury of sins upon the waning eye. Sweetly shot 'em. A promise on the westerly, a legend named Indemnity. I finally caught 'em all at once. I felt the weight taken off of me. Must have been quite a sight to see the rise. Heard the wind howling its philosophy. Such a sweet sounding melody outside. And I fly high, chase the radiant sky. Fly high, and I fly high, chase the radiant sky. Fly high. And I fly high, chase the radiant sky. Fly high, and I fly high, chase the radiant sky high.
Yay. More Ghost and Bones here live on Pass the Hat.
Zach Guido, Chris Benelli, Shep Taylor. We were talked about, Zach, you and Chris, how you guys met, but then it really enhances things to have a great bass player. And so where did Shep enter the picture?
Ooh, that brings in Eric Pruitt too to the story.
Oh yeah. So Eric,
Oh, do we have
was
to talk about Eric now?
no, I was saying, but without Eric, there wouldn't be a Ghost and Bones, because Eric was a manager at the West End Wine Bar. Again, rest in peace. Another great venue downtown that we miss. But he was the first one who gave me a chance once I moved into town and I started playing solo. And then Zach started coming in with me, and we started playing together. And then one day, in walks.
Let's go a little bit further. We were playing, I think, just for Eric. There was nobody else in the bar. It was just the two of us playing.
That was pretty typical.
If you got to have one listener, you picked the right one.
Yep. And so, we would finish the song, and then, Eric would clap or whatever. And then, we finished, or not. And we finished a song this one time, and we heard this one like really loud clap coming from pretty close to us. So we both looked up, and there's this one dude sitting at the end of the bar listening and clapping for us. So we were like,
All right, you're in the band now.
yeah, we're like, thanks, dude.
It's kind of how it happened, yeah. That's kind of how it went down.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. So.
And you were just in town, kind of like looking for a new deal, right? I mean, you kind of.
So I'll make this quick. It's kind of weird how it happened. I was in a long-term band, and that band had split up. So was it Saturday night or Friday night?
It was a Saturday night.
So I was Saturday nights sitting at home in Greensboro, and I was like, have no gig, have nothing to do. So I kind of want to check out a new scene. So I drove to Chapel Hill, just started walking down Franklin Street, and these are the first guys I came across. Walked in the bar. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So here we are 5 years later.
That's your kismet right there.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
So it all kind of timed out, for the best. It's kind of strange how it all worked out.
Shep, we've been here 8 years, and I think we can count, Bob, on one hand, or maybe one or two fingers, the number of acoustic basses we've had, and that is a good sounding one. Tell us about your bass.
So this is a Tacoma Thunder Chief. It has a very wide body, and the sound hole is like up in the top. So I think what gives it such a warmer, loud volume is the fact that the body's just a lot bigger, so it moves more air. And
And that hole up there, you can hear it really well, I guess.
yeah, and it's got, the classic Fishman preamp. So for any acoustic, a Fishman preamps, the old school ones, that's kind of what you want.
Yep.
But great instrument, great company. They're not in business anymore, but if you can find you a Tacoma anything, I highly recommend, buying one.
Well,
So-
everybody, we're not sure how you're listening to tonight's show. It's hopefully you are not just standing out in the heat down at the bottom of the staircase
gosh.
listening.
Hope
But
not.
as you know, most of our shows are our go-to is WHUPFM.org, and we stream all over the world and to Space Station and other places like that. But also for the last 3-4 years, Bob Johnson has set up a live video stream. Bob, tell people, in case they would like to see the video tonight, where that is.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're just listening to the high-def audio that we broadcast over WHUPFM.org or at FM 104.7, you can get that same high-def audio married with high-def video if you find us at WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat, on your favorite streaming services. And I will tell you what your favorite streaming services are. They are Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Facebook and YouTube keeps the videos forever, so you can go out there to the live tab on either Facebook or YouTube on at WHUP Pass the Hat, and you can see videos for the past 3 years. Twitch keeps them for 2 weeks, so you can only see last week's show. But if you want to watch right now, all of them are live right
And
now.
all 1,000 of our shows from the last 8 years. The audio is archived here by our wonderful IT staff at, again, WHUPFM.org. Hit shows on the left, scroll down to Pass the Hat, there you go.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
And we need some more music.
All right.
You guys have more music, don't you?
We got you.
We got a couple more for you, yeah. So we're going to do one that my friend Chris Badelli here wrote.
Yeah, I wrote this one when I was playing in a band called The Long Now back in Wisconsin before I moved here, and it was part of a trilogy of songs. And the trilogy was about a guy who gets stranded on Mars and is thinking about all of his relationships. And then right after that, Andy Weir came out with The Martian. So there were no new ideas.
You had the idea first.
It was in the zeitgeist, I think. So, but it was actually originally a very, very slow song, and and Zach is really good about taking old material and rethinking it. So I gave it to Zach, and he sped it up a little bit and added some chords here and there, and we came back and we kind of made it more of a Latin feel. So I kind of like that because we didn't have anything that was Latin. We play a lot of different genres, but we didn't have Latin yet. So this is called Thread. Yeah. Never said I had a good head on my shoulders. I lose the thread, forget my place in each train of thought. In the tunnel light grows dim as I'm getting older. But then again, I'd say anything. I'd say anything. I'd say anything. I've come so far, to turn back now would be unforgivable. I've stoked the coals and fanned the flames, scorched the ground
better sleep on now. But I'm bone tired, so I lie while the fire burns away the dream time. But then again, I'd do anything. I'd do anything. I'd do anything. I'm a fool, I know. Was born yesterday. I've lost the will, told the lie, and followed blindly over the side. But what's the cost, the price I pay for this naivety? A man who can fall for anything. And I fall for anything. I fall for anything. Fall for anything. I fall for anything. I never said I had a good head on my shoulders.
What a great last line.
We never had naivete in a song all these years. We've been waiting and waiting.
Oh, we've got, just wait, we've got a bunch of 11th grade vocab words coming up.
All right. We are here for 11th grade vocab words.
I was noticing when you've started most of your songs, you start them with fairly lengthy, like longer than I think we're used to hearing, intros, instrumental intros. And
That's a good thing.
yeah, normally
In this case.
it is, because what I'm also noticing
Yeah, we're lost at that
is
point.
that normally a band will come in, you've got a rhythm guitarist, a lead guitarist, and a bass player, and every single one of you is leading at some point. And I was wondering if that was one of the things that you noticed when you sought each other out at that bar.
Oh, 100%. So Chris and I are both into, when we met, we realized very quickly they were both into kind of jam band music.
Yeah.
And, you know, anywhere from, you know, Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead to Fish, Humphrey, Smiggy, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we listen while each other are playing and try to play off of that.
That
It works.
Yeah, I was getting very much the jam band vibe,
Yep.
and was wondering, my other question for you was, do you all play a fair number of festivals. Like I could totally see you center stage at Shikori Hills and everyone just going bananas.
If you know somebody,
Yeah, that's my dream.
Okay.
For this outfit, yeah, totally.
Well, Shikori people do listen to this show.
Absolutely. Y'all get out to ghostandbones.com.
Yeah.
yep,
Check out all the great music there and find out more.
yep, that's our electronic
out.
press kit. There's videos there, there's recordings, and yeah, you can check out and get in contact with us for sure.
Fine, just have your people talk to our people.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
And
y'all are
while we're
legit.
talking about that, what kind of gigs you got coming up? Where can people go and see you live?
Oh gosh, yeah. So really, we've got one coming up across the street.
Yonder.
When is that?
It's
in August,
Yeah, I
yeah.
want to say August, late
August will be here before we know it.
Well, brother.
Yeah, summertime.
Bob's favorite month. We're looking forward to that.
Eric will call in and let us know.
Well, everybody, speaking of Eric and Yonder, around 8 o'clock when our show is finished, if you got your dancing shoes on, as Bob, I know
I always do.
Bob Johnson will be there.
this will be the Taylor Swift dance party night.
Oh my God.
Something that Hillsborough has never seen before.
Oh man,
It is going to be something.
we're almost gonna play a Taylor Swift cover song too.
I actually do
Almost.
Do you really?
I welcome this.
know one. I do. It's the Bryan Adams version of the. But this one is not a Taylor Swift song.
Which one are we doing?
Well, we're going to hold off for a minute because we're almost reached the top of the hour.
Okay.
We do want to tell you, everybody, that next week we have a special treat. William Nesmith will be here. And
I'm excited. I haven't
William,
seen him for ages.
unfortunately, we won't be showing his. We ought to just post his videos and then go over to Yonder and have a drink.
And
But,
let him run the show by himself.
but William is a treat. If you haven't heard him, everybody, a very talented guy. And after William, next week, somebody, Bob, I don't know, Hunter Gibson maybe.
Oh, I need to get back in touch with Hunter. He's from L.A. and he's coming through the area. I build cigar box guitars in my spare time, and he's one of my customers.
Yeah.
He's been with us here playing cigar box guitar here in the studio. But I need to double check with him to make sure.
Then July 28th, No Worries Band, and August 4th, a special show by our
good
own
show.
Kim Lane.
I'm one of Bob Johnson's customers, and
So you're going to bring new stuff?
I do. I have-
Canadian folk tunes?
that's exactly right, eh?
Canadian smoke tunes.
That's right.
Oh, I expected from Chris an A or two. He's up there from Cheesehead country, but no, he sounds like he could be from anywhere.
I didn't grow up in Wisconsin.
Obviously. Or we'd be inundated with, hey.
Hey now.
Well, everybody, we are past the hat. This is WHUP LP Hillsborough, and thank you for joining us this evening with the Ghost and Bones Band.
We need a spokesmodel. This is your moment, y'all. So if you've ever had like Price is Right dreams where you fondle the merchandise, and there you go. You're doing a good
We are
job.
getting ready to move into our second half hour of Pass the Hat, and support for this second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsborough, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all have chocolate needs. Get yourself over on today, World Chocolate Day, over to Matthews Chocolates at 104 North Churton Street. Buy all the chocolate he has, and when it's a bazillion degrees outside like it has been lately, have some of the gelato. It is the best you will ever have. Fantastic gelato, fantastic chocolates, just all kinds of wonderful stuff. And every guest on Pass the Hat gets a gift of chocolate from Matthews Chocolates, with the guys here have been modeling on the video. That is a 1 pound bar of chocolate. We don't know what's in it. It might be a label on the back that tells you what's in it.
It says, yep, dark chocolate whiskey. No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Pecans and caramel.
Yeah, dark chocolate turtle bar.
Well,
Those are really good.
Good.
this is really World Chocolate Day?
This is World Chocolate.
Is it
Okay, I
really?
had no idea.
And may I add, you guys, that it has an awesome microphone.
That is the whoopaphone.
Is the whoopaphone?
Yes.
Yep, you can't
Is it
get
the whoopasophone?
that chocolate microphone anywhere. You have to be a guest on Pass the Hat in order to get that
Can
chocolate
you eat it?
microphone.
Yes.
Is it- it's
Everything on that bar is edible, and I saw
Is that
you.
plastic?
They're not getting any, are they? I saw you, Zach. He's plotting. He's like little squirrely little eyes. You're not getting any.
Zach and I both have kids,
fight
but
'em.
I don't think they're listening. So.
I'll fight them.
Matthew makes this
I
bar,
would take those kids to the mat.
and specifically he came up with this bar, calling it the dinner party chocolate bar, because as you can see, it's got a bunch of little squares. You can easily break off into individual squares. You don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Well, guys, these are great tunes, and one thing that that struck me about as you shared your approach to the music was how collaborative it is and how unselfish you are as songwriters and just open to. We don't always find that, but we're delighted when we do. So, do you have any recording plans for the next coming period of time?
Oh, it's ever ongoing. Yeah.
It is.
Whenever we can fit it in.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Pretty
It's
busy
tough.
and-
Yep.
And you're recording at home or where?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really fortunate that we can do that these days.
Well, we've done a little bit of everything. Studio. We
Yep.
rented Airbnb one time and turned that into a
Yeah.
makeshift recording studio.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
We really got deep into it when COVID started. We were like, well, this is the perfect chance for us. You know, we're not gonna be able to play out. We can spend some time in the studio and really cut the album that we've always wanted to do. And we got pretty far. And we put some tracks down. But you know, a lot of times you really have to, if you're so close to the music like we are, you have to walk away from it. And one time we walked away from it and we just didn't come back.
So we quite literally have an album's worth of material that is partially finished.
Partially finished.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing how that evolves. Everybody get out there on ghostandbones.com for the updates, or on out on Facebook, Ghost+Bones. And guys, as you know, tonight's video is being recorded, so if you are really nice to Bob Johnson and ply him with bourbon, he might be able to lift some video and get it out there for your EPK. Now, I'm volunteering you.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to do.
we'll throw a chocolate bar in too.
He really likes cupcakes.
Just so happens we have a couple of those.
Well,
And by the way, your
that works
buddies at the
out.
Yard Arm say they're sending you some Yard Arm love, and you're sounding great.
Yes.
Yeah,
Love
Yard
those
Arm,
guys.
yeah.
So what's coming up next?
So we got a song also from our ghostwriter who apparently is listening. I got a text from my brother who got a kick out of that term that I used for him. So yeah, this is a song called "The General" that my brother wrote. Good gosh, probably 13 years ago or so. He played it in a band, and that band is no longer together, so I asked him if I could take it over, and he said yes, so now we play it in the Ghost and Bones fashion. This is a song called "The General."
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
A variance to see me smile. The evidence is painted by my eyes. The times may lie, the other side, the worry lines imply. No mistake put in the words. It's better to be seen than to be heard. I find the line beside being tried has been a bit obscure. So now and again I feel the itch for taking flight. I scratch and I'm off chasing the sun. The fear is enough to hold me above the fear inside. my way across the second story light, with the end in sight, a burning light on the shit I'll buy. The foremost of my flaws, to worry on effect despite the cause. It's not about the where, but getting there that warrants my applause. So whatever to win, seemingly the mantra of our time. But it's not a race meant to be won. With our head in the clouds, I'll be chasing my dreams a while.
Hey, tight. Ghost+Bones live here on Pass the Hat. That was fantastic, wonderfully tight. Your live shows, you're not always all acoustic like you are here in the studio tonight, right?
Yes, just like this. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I'm just like that.
Okay, never mind then. What's next?
No, that's not 100% accurate. So that we do play acoustic guitars every time we play live. But we also play through pedals and effects and that too. So
Right,
it's
right.
not 100% acoustic.
So you can get a lot richer, a lot broader sound out of it.
Yeah, I mean we throw in some wah pedals and some other guitar effects too.
We get swirly.
Yeah. I mean we're jam band fans. So.
Well, yeah, I know I've wandered into places like the Kraken where you've been playing before and got this great jam band wall of sound coming at me. And so I knew there was something more than just your typical folk trio playing acoustic instruments up on stage.
Yes, absolutely, and there's definitely we try to add a little bit of all of that in as well. Like some of the songs are a little jammier, some of them are straight up folk songs.
Yeah.
What is the story behind your name?
Oh, good
a good
question.
question.
Yeah, so I wrote a song. Good gosh, when was that? 2016, 2017, something like that. And it was about a decommissioned railroad track in my hometown. All right, so it was a place where me and my brother and a bunch of our friends used to go and play as tots. Like we'd just go out. It's a long, essentially a long straight gravel road with woods on both sides, right? Well, there was a trestle, and we used to go out to that trestle to play, which was not the safest thing in the world to do.
Stand and deliver.
Yep.
So I wrote a song which was originally titled "The Ghost+Bones" due to some of the lyrics in the song. The ghost was the decommissioned train, and the bones were the trestle sitting, in the bank. Right. So we ended up adopting the name of that song as our band name, and changing the name of the song to "Slow Down," which was it's the main lyric in the chorus of the song, and it comes from me riding on the back of my brother's motorcycle when I was probably 8 years old or 9, and him about throwing me off to my death. Yeah. And I yelled, "Slow down."
Did that work? Did he actually slow down or speed
No,
up?
absolutely not.
No.
Nope.
Because I have a brother too, and I know how this works.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an older brother. Yes, absolutely.
So it's purely coincidental that you ran into Chris Bonelli. whose name.
I wanted to incorporate that. Into
So you went through like several thousand guys before you came up with the
yeah,
bone.
and I can use this band name.
I was waiting for it. There's always jokes, yeah.
Well, that's how we know it's a good band, when they're joking with each other and having a good time and not.
It's really hard for us to
fighting.
take anything serious.
Well, this is some tremendous music, and I don't want to dive in and ask you how many days or weeks it took you to figure out that simultaneous part you guys just did on
That
the
was
website.
incredible.
Because it was
We did
tremendous.
roughly 45 seconds.
Well, we'll believe you.
Dang.
It was a lot of nights.
That was a lot of practice.
But what we'd really like to do is to hear another song, if you'd be so kind.
So,
Ooh.
This is gonna run together, right?
well,
Or do we want to break it up?
Yeah, so we've got a 3-song medley. Now,
I could walk
Go
over to
for
yonder.
We can get a
walk over yonder
snack.
twice with this song.
This actually be a good time to do it.
Yeah.
A nice,
okay,
nice
okay.
chunk of time. It'll fit in perfectly.
So, 2 written songs, again from my brother Chris, and a musical interlude in the middle of those 2 songs, and they all kind of string together. So this is Clementine Stir Sliding Glass Door.
When you left last night, a great brand fairly rough shot over me. And now my tongue's all wrapped in vines, showing no sign of release. The trumpets in my head are playing taps it ought to cease. But in truth, I've seen this coming for a while. And you took off like a blaze beyond belief. So fast, in fact, you set the stairs on fire. You always claimed your glass half full and mine half empty. What's it matter if it's gas on the inside? I saw the level, it seemed so low. Kept my fingers crossed for a while inside. Let you see I might ever understand your side. And it's a tragedy, it felt dark. All the while, baby, in the light of my eyes, you left before I could ever understand your side. And now I'll never know what you meant, Clementine. If I'd have known that your irascibility was such a volatile concoction, when you add a pinch of me, perhaps I might have stayed away and spared myself some grief. But unbeknownst to me, my foresight's eyes are retired. I saw the level, it seemed so low. Kept my fingers crossed for a while inside. Lest you see I might never understand your side. And it's a tragedy, it felt dark. All the while, baby, in the light of my eyes, you left before I could ever understand your side. And now I'll never know what you meant, Clementine. Oh, the level, it seems so low. Kept my fingers crossed for a while in silence to see am I ever understand your side. And it's a tragedy, it felt dark all the while, baby, in the light of my eyes. You left before I could ever understand your side. And now I'll never know what you meant, Clementine. What a day outside, all cool air and sunshine. I picked up my bones and I set out towards the door. My only decision was which old way to go. So then I took my head for a ride, but I left my brain behind, which should come as no surprise. It happens all the time, where I get stuck and I can't make up my mind. There's a shaded window pane into my heart, a sliding glass door into my soul. The door is broken and the window's pane is shut. It's a mess in inside, but it's my mess and it's what I call home. Nice night for a drive, all clear skies and moonlight. I wished upon a star that I could be where you are, but I'm right here and they're so very far. And there's a shaded window pane into my heart, a sliding glass door into my soul. The door is broken and the windows painted shut. It's a mess inside, but it's my mess and it's what I call home. Home. There's a shaded window pane into my heart, a sliding glass door into my soul. The door is broken and the windows painted shut. It's a mess inside, but it's my mess and it's what I call home. Home.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed that.
Somebody's brother is a good songwriter.
We got
I
to
love
get
that sliding glass door into my soul.
Yeah.
windows painted shut.
Yeah.
Windows painted
Doors
shut.
open, but the windows painted shut.
Right, right. Fantastic allegory there.
Really good stuff. Zach and his brother are excellent songwriters.
Guys, we have 5 minutes. So if you have a 5-minute something, we'd love to hear it.
Or a 3 or a 4 minute.
Heads will do that.
I think his is a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think,
Simple
I
Winter,
think,
Sunny
I think
Day.
Sunny Day would be a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunny Day,
Yeah, let's do Sunny Day.
Great.
This is actually the only cover we're going to do tonight.
Yeah, so it's a cover, but
Okay.
it's a friend of mine from I've known Doug Strahan for 30 years now. We met when we were probably 18 or 19 years old and started picking and playing together. And he still plays to this day. He's out of Austin, Texas. Plays in a number of outfits there. Doug Strahan and the Good Neighbors, Chili Cold Blood, the Memphis Strange. But he's a fantastic singer-songwriter and a ripping lead guitar player. But he wrote this song, and he's got a really cool video for it on YouTube if you want to go look it up. It's a song called Sunny Day by Doug Strahan.
7:15 on a Sunday morning at the corner of Congress and Old Ortor. Well, Sunday drivers were easing on past when they found him dead in the grass. He was a picker, Lord, just like me. Think he kinda liked trouble, Lord, just like me. Did he get into a scuffle? Was he leveled by the drink? He was a troubled picker, Lord, just like me. Lord, I pray they don't find me. Oh, Lord, I pray they don't find me. 7:15 comes around pretty fast. Pray they don't find me. Sonny, they dead in the grass. Could he hear the Lord calling when he laid his head down? Were there church bells ringing when he hit the ground? Was there nothing but silence? What a terrifying sound. Could he hear the Lord calling when he laid his head down? He's got a baby girl and she's gotta carry on. It's a fucked up world, but she's gotta move on. She once again twirl around happy in the sun. He's got a baby girl, she's gotta carry on. Lord, I pray they don't find me. Oh Lord, I pray they don't find me. 7:15 comes around pretty fast. Pray they don't find me. Sonny, they're dead in the grass. Lord, I pray they don't find me. Oh Lord, I pray they don't find me. 7:15 comes around pretty fast. Pray they don't find me. Sonny, they're dead in the grass.
Y'all have been listening this hour to Ghost+Bones, and what an evening this has been.
Yeah, learn more at ghostandbones.com, y'all.
You can see them play live at Yonder, date to be determined. Have you or are you soon playing with Yardarm? I know I saw it on my socials. Did you just play with them, or are you fixing to play with them?
Yeah, we played across the way here at Nash Street Tavern with
Got
Yard
it.
Arm not too long ago.
How was that show? I bet that was
it was
lit.
fun. It was raging. Yeah, yeah. Love their band.
And
Fantastic.
it was a good match. You know?
Oh, of course. We love them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those guys are tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if y'all will wave goodbye to the camera, we are going to cease the live stream. But that doesn't mean stop
don't leave.
listening, y'all. It means go to WHUPFM.org or go to TuneIn or go to Radio Garden on your apps and tune in to the rest, because we have Ghost+Bones playlist. And based on your first artist, my favorite,